Hello, guys. I'm gonna go with a brief recap of this event, and got to say that it was really, really much an event to remember, and unfortunately, I had near to perfect prelims, but then in the main card, everything kind of fucked itself up, and well, it was an average one for me in betting, but even my parlays kind of came to fruition as Tibura fight never took place. It didn't happen, and of course Volkanovski TKO'd Cheng Sun Jung. Who wins, Conor Ben or Avanesian? I think Conor Ben has very decent chances against Avanesian, so I think I'm gonna go with Ben. I'm also a fan of his, so think I'm gonna go with Ben. But I did one event prediction today. Tomorrow gonna cover. There is another very high level boxing event this week, which am I gonna cover tomorrow? As today been a very very busy day. I think Ben has good chances. What do you say? Then also, let me see. Who RCA kicked off amazingly against Daniel Santos. He won. It was my first win. Piero Rodriguez defeated Kay Hansen via decision, as I said. Olenik Vandera didn't go the distance. Scarf hold, headlock, victory for Alexei Olenik. Mike Mello destroyed Mickey Hall, 4 out of 4. Raquel Pennington was better than Aspen Ladd, 5 out of 5. Josh Fremd lost, or Josh Arajon. Josh Fremd is very similar to Josh Arajon. Josh Arajon lost to Anthony Hernandez. Ian Gary won, and this was my first leg of parlay. So prelims were amazing, 5 out of 6. Mark Madsen scored the victory, 6 out of 7. But then Mackenzie Dern outworked Tasha Torres in a very, very suspicious decision, which was like my second miss. Hamzat Chimaev, Gilbert Burns, I said fight not going the distance, but it was super competitive, super close fight for Hamzat Chimaev outworked Gilbert Burns. A great fight, reasonably, arguably the fight of the night. Also for Aljamain Sterling, I said Sterling was gonna win. It didn't come to fruition. Volkanovski destroyed Korean Zombie. I mean, my parlays were on point. Tibura fight didn't come to fruition, but man, so much disappointment. Respect to Burns, Brazilian saint, no pushovers. Well, to be honest, I said the fight will not go the distance because I knew that stylistically, Gilbert Burns was a terrible match for Hamzat, as he is the former three-time ADCC world champion and an excellent BJJ fighter. And when you're dealing with an excellent BJJ fighter, that is uh, that is actually a good way to go if you're a BJJ. But if you come from freestyle wrestling, then then it's a problem, then it's a problem because dealing with a high level wrestler and a high level BJJ fighter, it's completely different thing. It's not the same thing. And Hamzat's coach was even yelling, "Don't make the show, stop making the show." But he was not making the show. Gilbert Burns really gave us a wonderful, wonderful night of fighting, and we really enjoyed that. So to be honest, it was awesome. It was really, really awesome way to go, and I was how to say, I was amazed. I was really much amazed. So really, really enjoyed every single second of it. Did I enjoy every single second of this event? Oh yeah, guys, believe me. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. And I can say to myself that I did a great job by adding airing one of the most positive events the world has ever seen. I really had a feeling that Hamzat versus Burns might be the fight of the night, might earn the fight of the night bonus, especially because I knew that it was a very, very much of a bad matchup for Hamzat Chimaev, knowing that he won't be able to destroy Gilbert Burns on the ground. Even when Hamzat was raining brutal shots at the top, I I saw I saw many problems in his game as Gilbert Burns was firing back, and when you let somebody fire back at you, this has a bad name, bad meaning as well as you know. So let's be honest, guys. It was not an easy victory for Hamza Chimaev. Like many people told me, oh, Chimaev was just making a show. No, he wasn't. Believe me, Gilbert is an animal. Gilbert is a hard fighter to deal with, and I'm just honestly saying, guys, that was not an easy matchup for Chimaev, and I know I might get criticized, but no, it was a very competitive match, a very close match. Fair victory by Hamzat Chimaev. I can't say anything to judges because judging looked more than fair, and I'm very much pleased with the judging. But I'm not pleased with the fact that Gilbert came so close to win the fight, and maybe he was a bit unlucky. Maybe he had a lack of knowledge. Maybe he has never faced that kind of a beast before. But he was having a great chances to win the match, and it would have been awesome. It would have been very, very awesome if he was able to pull it out. But again, I mean, it was a great event. I was sitting all night. I was sitting all night long, and I said to myself, man, thank God I was sitting. Thanks God I was sitting all night long because it inspired me, guys. It really much, uh, it really much inspired me. It helped me. It helped me, see how good everything can be. And yeah, I'm just sending one email. So just give me one minute, then I will get back. All right. All right, just 1 second. Okay, that's it. Fine. No probs. All right, I sent the email I should have sent. So, got to say that this event really, really showcased the best potential skills. And when I've seen so many fighters throwing everything they have, leaving their hearts on the pitch, and leaving their hearts inside the octagon, I just said to myself, man, they were like, they dedicate their lives to becoming the best, and I've finally seen that. I've finally seen how it looks like, how far fighters can go to become the best, and it's an inspiration to me. It should have been an inspiration to many of us because we should learn from the fighters, guys. There are many, many positive things that we can learn from the fighters. For example, I learned that only fools surrender. that only fools choose the line of less resistance, the line of rejection and redemption. So yeah, that's actually the part. That's actually the part I will never understand because I'm not trained to turn back. I'm not trained to stay away. I'm trained to battle. And battle is everything I know. But this event was fucking amazing. This event was brutally good, and I really, really enjoyed every single second of it. I've heard many comments saying like, "Oh, this fight was boring. This fight was boring." Well, it can be boring if you're not high level MMA fan like me, for example. But now I started understanding wrestling. Now it looks way better in my end. I'm trying to get into the spirit of things, and I'm trying to improve my skill set. So right now, comparing me now and comparing me 3 months ago, this now version of me looks way, way better, and I'm pretty much confident it will uh, it will become better and better as the time goes by because I'm ready. I'm always ready to improve my skills and to learn from the best. So yeah, learning from the best is really much required if you want to climb to the top. And my fans recognize that. My fans recognize that I'm learning from the best Serbian coach because that guy really helped me get into the spirit of things. I had zero understanding of wrestling prior to doing. I had zero wrestling skills prior to the beginning of my UFC voyage, and I realized that it's better to at least learn the basics. But it seems that MMA is more complex, more complicated than I initially thought. So I have to tell you, this is something I was always dreaming of, and that's definitely something that inspired me, especially in my route to the success. Some people are gonna say, "Yeah, you're gonna rise to the stars, etc." Believe me, guys, I'm just, I'm just, a, I'm just an ordinary man. I'm just a casual man. I don't like living life. I don't like being too rich or no. There is only one thing I'm really enjoying in my life, and that's UFC. I do ref soccer because I like spending time in the fresh air. It's beneficial, very much beneficial for my lungs. But at the end of the day, it all comes to it all comes to whether you're ready or not ready for the best sports in the world. And my life is all about the UFC. Everybody was dumping me. I don't even have friends. But I'm okay. Who needs friends? Really? When you have UFC, you don't need friends. You need nobody. UFC should be sufficient. Should be your life with food. Hello, James. How's everything doing? How are you doing, man? I just, uh, I just did, you know. I know. Hey, ajde, govori, I čekam. So actually, this event was pretty much awesome. Yeah, James, how were you at the event? Were you pleased with the event? I rewatched it twice, believe it or not, and even today, I'm saying that the event was brutal. Ti možeš na TikTok da mi izlazi samo na engleski for you page? Ja koliko znam ne može. Koliko znam to nije moguće. I was happy with the fights, I was happy too. Vidi, ja sam to pokušavao da podesim i nisam mogao. Pokušavao sam, ali nisam mogao, tako da ja za tu opciju ne znam da postoji, ali sad pita još nekoga, koliko ja znam ne može. Yeah, I was happy with the fights too, James. I especially enjoyed the fight between Gilbert Burns and Hamza Chimaev. It was really, really outstanding night of fighting, and it was brutally good, literally brutally good. Volkanovski was nasty. Zombie didn't belong in there with him. Yes, James, I agree. Actually, my parlay was on point. I picked Ian Gary to win and Volkanovski to win, but Tibura's fight was cancelled, so I returned my $2. Chimaev impressed me, very tough fight. I told you, I faded that fight for a reason. I didn't want to bet on that fight for a reason, because you've seen why. Now you know why I didn't want to bet that fight, why I was fading that fight all the time. Also, Sterling versus Aljo, I didn't bet. You know why? Because Jan was fighting without his corner. So when you're fighting without his corner, you know. What do you think about Ian Gary? Haven't been impressed so far. Me neither. I was expecting better finish against Darian Wicks. I mean, my parlay was on point. I didn't miss, but I was like, how to say? I think it kind of sucked, honestly, that performance against Darian Wicks, because I know how good Ian Gary is. I haven't seen it coming, if you know what I mean. I think Gary isn't gonna do much. Might be too early to say that, but I think I'm gonna back you up in that. I think I'm gonna back you up about that. I really think he was nearly knocked out by Jordan Williams, and now Wicks was giving him a hard time, Darian Wicks. I'm not saying it is easy to fight in MMA. It's not. No, it's not, but sometimes you just have to improve yourself. He is young, but I can't see that's something special. Really? Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. Me neither. I can't see it either. I can't see it either. I'm really much looking forward to it, you know. And I really want to say that Gary is gonna be the champ, but after that last performance, I couldn't back that up with my arguments. I really couldn't back that up with my arguments, so I will have to stay away from saying that Gary is going to become the champion. At least I'm not gonna say that he's gonna become the champion anytime soon. But JB bets Mallet versus Gary is a fight I'm hoping gets made, brother. That would be an impressive fight, and I would also vote for that fight. I mean, to be honest, my parlays were on point, but I was very furious because Tibura's fight was cancelled, because Tibura got ill. If you were on Friday's stream, you probably seen how angry I was. I was like, oh no, man. You know, when I lose the parlay, I'm not that nervous. I'm extremely nervous when the fight gets cancelled. That's like the greatest blow I can eat, if you know what I mean. Pa, koliko ja znam, ta opcija nije moguća, ali ono, pita još nekog svakako. Ja nisam uspio da je podesim, pokušavao sam. I really have to say, guys, I did enjoy this night of fights. Yes, I did enjoy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did enjoy. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I'm happy because so many people followed me. Aljo Hernandez Gary helped me cash in. I faded Aljo versus Jan, and I also picked Fremd, so Fremd really showed great submission defense. Yes, he did. I was expecting Fremd to win, but it didn't come to fruition. Honestly, I faded Aljo fight for a reason, because Jan was fighting without his corner, and when you don't have your corner, man, it can mentally affect you. If it was about me, ne znam, možda i može, ali ja za tu opciju ne znam. If it was about me, I would have a hard time fighting without my corner, because coach knows you, man. Coach knows everything about you, even things you don't even know. He knows, because he's paid for that. A važi, ja pušteno. A ja sam 5 minuta tu i to je to. So, guys, in general, I think this is going to be excellent event next weekend. Because usually when we have bad fights on paper, those fights turn to be amazing ones. Torres was my lone bad call on the money. Some say she won, I missed that fight. Well, I scored that bout in the favor of Torres, honestly, but was very close, very competitive. Also, Aljo versus Jan was clean scoring. Jan lost that fight. But Tesha Torres, I think Tesha was robbed. I gave 2 rounds to Tesha, but I don't know. Tesha actually showed top-notch submission defense. Well, it was your night. I was 8 out of 12. But I faded Chimaev versus Burns and Aljo versus Sterling for a reason. I really faded those fights for a reason, because there are some things you can and some things you can't do, and I really thought it was a super risky to bet on that fight. Važi, pozdrav. It was super risky. Torres then very close. Torres' defense was outstanding. Yes, her defense was absolutely on point. One of the best defenses, one of the best takedown defenses I've ever seen. Tomorrow I will break down this event, tomorrow's event, the event on Saturday. Chimaev just needs to take less risks and not charge forward, and he'll easily beat Usman and Colby. You are right, Robert. Absolutely. They are way easier matchups for him. Yes, they are. I told you Burns is a tough matchup, and many people were writing Burns off, and I told people I'm fading that fight for a reason. And you've seen why I faded Chimaev, Burns, and Cole and Jan versus Sterling. It's super hard to fight without your cornerman. That's number one. Number two, Burns was stylistically extremely bad matchup for Khamzat Chimaev. First of all, he's excellent BJJ fighter. Secondary, Gilbert is a clean kickboxer, which is kinda hard for freestyle wrestlers. When they deal a clean kickboxer with excellent BJJ, that's a problem, because they attack the legs very often. So it's not an easy way to go. And yes, they are way easier matchups for him. You are right, Robert. You are definitely right. I think Chimaev won, though. I gave him 2 rounds, but again, Gilbert was extremely tough opponent. So Chimaev still the best. Yes, he is. I mean, he was number 11 and he beat number 2. Yes, he is. I think he will not have a hard time defeating Colby or Usman. I think Burns was the worst possible matchup for him. You were right, man. Good thing he knows he can't destroy everyone. Yes, man. Yes. I mean, I was right. I know Gilbert very well. Now he'll be smart when he fights Jews, man. Yes, he will. I wonder if Jake Ellenberger got Vladimir Vladimir signed glove. Well, I might send him one. That's a great idea, Ginger. I might send him one. But I'm very much pleased because you remember that tiny detail. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. It's like It's like really meaning a lot to me. Yes, he will be smart. This week, Sabatini, Luque, Baeza are my main picks. Listen, for now, I'm only high on Luque. For now, I must do very clear research, and I'm gonna do it tomorrow because today I was literally working all day. I woke up at 5 a.m. I was recording predictions. I was writing 2 articles. Then I went to ref soccer match, veterans, and it was first against third, first league, first team against third team. It was derby, and it was very hard match. Then I returned here to hang a bit with my fans, and now I will go to sleep soon. So tomorrow I will have a fresh mind tomorrow to analyze. For now, I'm high on Luque because Luque destroyed Bilal in the first match. But again, it doesn't have to mean right. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you anyway. So plus what now we know he has decent conditioning. At least he has a granite chin, which is all we needed to know. Yes, conditioning is okay. And yes, very decent chin. He was dropped twice by Gilbert, but only twice. So yes, he has very much of a great chin. 10:36 p.m. Right now it's 10:36 p.m. in Serbia. Chimaev is only gonna get better too. Yes, he will, but his conditioning is not bad at all. I mean, he was looking okay throughout 3 rounds. But Gilbert's conditioning is top notch, so it's normal for Gilbert to have better conditioning. It's not a surprise. And yes, he has a granite chin, so I was surprised when Gilbert dropped him because Gilbert was unable to finish. Chimaev really didn't look good when he was dropped by those punches on 2 occasions, but many people underestimated Gilbert, so I told you. I faded that fight for a reason, guys. It was such a high pace where he took damage. Well, this is the worst shot you can eat. The worst counter shot you can eat is this. And I'm gonna tell you why. You see, try to do this to yourself. Just do this. Just do this to yourself. See what I'm doing. Just do this. See? Just do this to yourself. And you'll see if you do it slightly stronger, then it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be dizzy. And Chimaev ate 2 big punches here. That's why he was dropped. And he recovered miraculously from that. I'm rocked. If you do this a bit stronger, you're gonna be rocked. It's normal. That's what I'm talking about. After 2 punches like that, he stood up. I was like, way to go, man. So he's gonna slow down, but he was pushing the pace in the third. Yeah. Joe Rogan, all he's hurt in my mind. Yes, that's it, man. Because if you hit a shot here, it's not that brutal. Not, even here, not. But look at this. See? Like this. That's the worst punch you can hit. The worst punch. Hello, Niall. How's everything doing? Just getting ready to go to sleep. Tomorrow I will break down the upcoming UFC event. For now, my only lock is Luque. For now. But tomorrow, I will announce which time. Probably around 6 p.m. UK or maybe 7 p.m. UK. But tomorrow I'm breaking down that. And tomorrow I'm placing bets. So I will let you know. But for now, I'm only high on Luque. For now. I didn't break down the whole card. I need to do some additional analysis, which I'm gonna do it tomorrow, as I have 2 hours tomorrow to do that. So I will tell you my picks tomorrow. And of course, my book allows me to place bets tomorrow. So for now, I'm high on Luque and that's it. But we will see. There are many high-level bouts coming up. People are saying that's a shit event. Okay, according to names, it is, but every single time when I said it's a shitty event, it turned out to be the night of bloody and battered wars. So now I'm keeping my mouth shut for every event. I'm just saying, okay, let the guys or girls fight and see what it's gonna bring. What's it gonna bring? It's gonna bring... I don't expect boring fights anymore. But we'll see now. Alright, guys, I need to go to sleep now. I woke up at 5 a.m. I was literally working until now. I was having so many obligations. Catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will have UFC stream. Probably around 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time, but I will let you know. Have a great day, everyone, and catch you tomorrow.